Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Today, we finally getting the Scout Trooper. It's only taken 6 years to get her in the game, but we finally are. So obviously, she's Dark Side, Support, Empire, Imperial Remnant, and Imperial Trooper. This is going to be the 5th character, at least for now, for the Imperial Remnant faction. The reason why I say for now is because we'll get that shortly. She has a raid on me, go figure, which will be useful for the indoor raid. However, it's not mentioned in her unique what the army will do. It's not even in it at all, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Unless all of this text for it is the Omni, I'm not entirely sure, but normally they would say Omni, like while in raid, the blah blah blah, you know what I mean. She can dispel buffs on enemies, which is great for the Imperial Troopers, because if they get debuffed, especially days, it's kind of hard for them to really start ramping up and do their stuff. Imperial Remnant unlocks bonus kit bonuses, lovely. She is a support, so that way she fits perfectly under Moff Gideon's leadership ability. So me giving him his Zeta all those years ago, whenever he came out, won't be for waste anymore. And then so she works best under Imperial Remnant lead, but she can mix well with others. She can help with Iden dealing with Wampa with an irresistible daze on one of her specials. She deals big damage with her first special on her Imperial Remnant leader. And yeah. So it says she doesn't have an Omicron ability, even though it says it's an Zeta Omicron on the Imperial Vanguard unique. They just haven't put it in. Oh, it says will be added to the game alongside the raid's release, which is rather annoying. And then, while the Imperial Remnant squad is now complete, a new, stronger Gideon is on the way to lead them. So it sounds like the old Gideon is going to be moved, which is kind of a kick in the face, but it is what it is. So before we get into her kit, it's going to be a two-part, not really two-part, but like a half reading her kit video and then half going over my thoughts on the indoor raid itself. So let's just go through her kit first. For some reason, they gave us no animations for the abilities, but we see what they look like up here in the picture. Here's her basic, her first special, and the cleanse on the second special. So, those are what the abilities look like. So her first one, her basic prepared shot deals physical damage to the target enemy and inflicts accuracy down for 2 turns. If she is stealth, this attack scores a critical hit if possible. During her turn, Imperial Trooper allies gain potency up for a turn, and Imperial Remnant allies gain offense up for a turn. So that's neat. Nothing really too spectacular, but the stealth mechanics for this will be very important for the other abilities. Her first special, Imperial Precision, has a 3-turn cooldown. It deals physical damage to the target enemy, dispels all buffs on them, and inflicts speed down for 2 turns. If Scout Trooper had accuracy up, then this speed down can't be resisted. If she was stealth, then this attack can't be evaded. So make of that as you will. I don't know where in the world we're getting accuracy up from, because I honestly don't remember if we can get accuracy up from any of the other Imperials, unless I'm just completely missing something and just I've forgotten. Anyways, her second special is Strategic Assessment, has a Zeta and a 4-turn cooldown. She dispels all debuffs on all allies, which is great for cleansing the Imperial Troopers because, like I said, daze is an issue for the team, and if they get stunned, then she can cleanse them all off, and yada yada yada. The Imperial Trooper allies gain crit damage up for 2 turns. Imperial Remnant allies gain speed up for 2 turns. Scout Trooper stealths for 2 turns, which will help with her basic, which in turn will help with the first special. And then she calls the target other ally to assist, dealing 75% less damage. So that's great. She inflicts exposed and staggered all enemies for 2 turns. Dazes the target enemy for 2 turns, which can't be resisted. So that's the way people are going to be dealing with Iden versus Wampa now. So that's great, I guess. Yeah. If the ally in the leader slot is Imperial Remnant, all allies gain advantage for 2 turns. Scout Trooper's Imperial Precision ability, which is her first special, deals 40% bonus damage stacking until the end of the battle, and the assisting ally is not affected by the damage ability. Well, penalty, not ability, sorry. So, it looks like if you have an Imperial Remnant leader, which is Moff Gideon right now, They assisting allies won't be affected by a damage penalty, but if it's just a regular Imperial Trooper leader, then they'll still have 75% less damage. Unless I'm misreading that, which is, extremely possible with the way my reading comprehension is at times. Anyways, her one and only unique is Imperial Vanguard with the Zeta Omicron. However, the Omicron won't be revealed until we get the indoor raid later on this year. Who knows when that'll be. However, whenever she is critically hit, she stealths for 2 turns and recovers 5% health protection. Cool. If the ally in the leader slot is Imperial Remnant, whenever enemy begins their turn, Scout Trooper gains 10% TM, and whenever she has her TM removed, she gains 25% turn meter stacking max twice at the end of the turn. That's a odd little tidbit there. Unless the new Gideon is going to have a way to remove TM from the team as well, as a way she can, if she loses TM. This whole stacking max twice is a very weird little inclusion there, but it's probably there for a reason. Moving on, if the ally in the leader slot is Imperial Remnant and no other allies that use Emperor's Trap, so I don't really know. That's worded really weird. Thank you, CG, for making me have a small brain aneurysm while reading this. The allied leader, we'll keep going on. The allied leader gains 20% max health and 20 speed, so that's an additional 20 speed for Moff Gideon. And if you have him modded ridiculously fast, like I do, we can just pull mine up real quick. That will make him way faster than normal. Let's pull up the Imp Remnant. My Moff Gideon, yes, 366 speed. That's where mine is at. Anyways, whenever an Imperial Trooper ally begins its turn or attacks at a turn, all Imperial Trooper allies gain a stack of the Emperor's Trap until the start of the next enemy non-Imperial Trooper ally's turn or the end of battle. The Emperor's Trap can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, so it sounds like another way of getting Emperor's Trap out on the field. Which is fine by me because most every single one of the Imperial Remnant, well, actually all of the Imperial Remnant, is labeled as Imperial Trooper, so that's not going to be a problem. However, if the new Moff Gideon isn't tagged as Imperial Trooper, that might cause some issues with that Zeta, so I guess time will tell, like I said. Also, while Scout Trooper is active, Imperial Trooper allies have plus 10% crit chance, and Imperial Remnant allies have plus 10 speed. So if you run her under Gideon, you're going to be giving him an additional 30 speed, which is, with the way mine is set up, is clocking him at almost 400 speed. If you're not running Gideon lead, if you're running her with like Iden, you're not going to be getting the speed bonuses for her. But, it is what it is. But like, it's a very interesting kit, don't get me wrong, because it's just a very unique kit. Like, I wish we would have ability animations with this and all that, just so we can see what it looks like. Her ability to cleanse is going to be great. The unavoidable days, like I said, is going to really help with Iden dealing with Wampa. I guess time will tell how well she's going to shake up the Imperial Trooper lineups, because with the new raid coming, she's obviously going to be very important with that and her Omicron on her unique. And now, speaking of Omicrons, like I said, speaking of Omicrons, we need to talk about Omicrons as a whole, the indoor raid, the crate raid, and all of that stuff. So CG, you guys really need to slow down on these Omicron releases, because I've already got, I don't know how many I want to do lined up. With Malicos coming, I need to work on Ben, which only really needs one, but still. And then we've got Scout Trooper coming probably on Thursday, like the 10th, which I will want to give her Omicron to once it becomes available in the game. We need a way to get them easily, not spending stupid amounts of cash on them. We need a way for Omicrons to be dropped for us, because as it stands now, there are way too many omicrons coming into the game and far too little ways of getting it. You can potentially get one from farming relic mats. You get 2 if you get at least a gold crate in the galactic challenges. You get what, 4 if you buy the additional path of rewards and conquest. That's not a lot per month. I mean, I think that's what, a whole, maybe 1 a month if I'm doing my math right, if even that. That's if you get lucky with drops from the relic mat farming. If you even spend the $10 every conquest to get the bonus path rewards. So yeah, it's just, we need a way to get more Omicron mats, CG. Stop dilly-dallying around, stop fucking around, and give us access to them easily. I understand this is supposed to be your new Zeta. It's even on top of Zeta, this is the problem. So this is your new way of like making people hemorrhage resources and all that. But like, I remember Zetas being a problem for a while, but eventually you made it easy, and then people now have loads of them because they just hoard them for no damn reason. But like, you need to make it easier on us if you're going to keep releasing characters that have 1 Ami, 3 Amis, 2 Amis. You got to make it easy on people, okay? I understand this is a resource management game, but you're making the resource management very difficult by making it so difficult to get them. And speaking, like I said, of Amis, so I did give Boosh her raid Ami, and a lot of people are not happy with the fact that the crate raid is going to be going away and all that fun stuff, and yada yada yada. I was able to get the refund for it, so that's great. I paid half price for the Ami and got, you know, the 10 Ami mats back. The problem is now it's going to be a moot raid Ami because, well, it's only going to be, if they're completely canning the crate raid, it's going to be basically useless. What's going to happen with Scout Trooper 1 is that once the next planet, next GL comes out, they're going to basically make her Ami useless. Like, you CG, I see where you're going with this path. You want to keep making people use resources and then panic spend or panic farm to get more of those resources back for the next Ami, for the raids or whatever, but you greedy bastards, you need to make it easier for people to get. We've had Amis for how long now? Okay, so we are encroaching. Sorry, I had to finally look it up. We are we are encroaching in on almost 2 years of Omicrons. And we have no extra ways of getting them outside of, like I said, galactic challenges, conquest rewards, and the occasional drop from the relic mats farming. So CG, for the love of fucking Christ, make them easier to get, put them in some sort of event or something where we can farm them, because you keep cranking out all these characters with Amis, and a lot of people are not able to Ami what they want to because they have to worry about, oh, well, what about this next character's coming out? Am I going to have enough enough Ami mats for that? Like, you need to make it easier for everyone, not just your whales to spend out on the game. I know that's your cash cows and all, but if you want people to engage in the content, you need to make it easier for people to engage in the content. And now we're also going to transition into still talking about the raids. So, I don't know why this isn't a bad thing, but a lot of people are very shocked by the fact that we're losing the Mark III rewards from the crate raid, and they're going to be pushed onto the indoor one. My question, I know Arnold's done a video over it, Scribe's done a video on it, I don't know how many other people have done videos over it, but my question for the audience and players as a whole, what did you think CG was going to do whenever they announced the indoor raid? That they were going to keep the Mark III rewards on the crate raid and just let us farm both of them? Because whenever they announced the indoor raid, it was kind of obvious that they were moving the Mark III ones for the Relic 8 and Relic 9 mats. They're moving that to the next raid, which is indoor. I don't understand why this is all of a sudden a shock for people to be realizing that it's being moved. Like, I feel like it was obvious, unless I'm just I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being pedantic and, you know, just condescending towards people, which it probably is coming off that way. If it does, I apologize, but like, I don't understand how people didn't catch the drift of like the big rewards for the raids being moved to the next raid, you know, and all that. So it just confuses me why people are just now catching on to the fact that it is being, like, the Mark IIIs are being moved from the crate raid to the indoor raid, which is it's pissing off a lot of people, because a lot of people invested in Tuskens. They pushed up their Jawas to help some. They pushed up the Old Republic. A lot of people pushed up Hut Cartel, which is fine, because the Hut Cartel are fine. The Mandalorians are still going to be beneficial. But, like, a lot of people invested in Tuskens, and, like, the Tuskens, don't get me wrong, are a good faction, but, like, even in the raid, you have to do, like, specific modding and crap like that. So it's a lot of materials and resources put in for what, only how long have we had the crate raid now? About a year? Yeah, it's only been since what, April? So we're not even gonna have it a full year, basically. So, like, yeah, it's pissing off a lot of people that they're doing this, but I don't really, I don't know, I just, yeah. What I'm trying to say basically is I don't think it should have come as a surprise to anyone. Excuse me. That the rewards were being moved from from the crate dragon raid on Tatooine to the indoor bike race on Endor. So yeah, that's really all I really wanted to cover for this video. I know it's a little long in the tooth. Not long in the tooth, long in the time. I just wanted to go over Scout Trooper, which I'm extremely excited about. I wanted to talk about the Omicron issues that are going to constantly be appearing because CG has no desire, I guess, to make it easier for people to farm them and get them. And I just wanted to talk about, I guess, the community's surprise that the Mark III raid rewards are going to be moved and all that. But let me know if I'm overstepping my bounds on, like, thinking people should have realized that was going to happen, or if I'm just being a jackass or what. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the changes for the raids coming. If you're excited for Scout Trooper and all that, like I said, let me know in the comments below. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later on with more Galaxy of Heroes fun shenanigans. I hope you have a good day.